I don't know about y'all, but waking up to hear Donald Trump call himself the father of fertility is not how I wanted to start my Monday.
Properly taken care of. Katie Britt knows that better than anybody.
That's right, sir.
Who called me and said, I must say I shouldn't admit this, but the first time I really heard about the fertility was through Katie. She said, sir, we have to do something. And I'm a quick study, so I learned everything there is to learn in about 3-4 minutes.
That's right.
And I became the father of fertility.
That is true.
No, it just made a lot of sense to me. She explained it well. Not properly taken care of. Katie Britt knows that better than anybody.
That's right, sir.
That's right, sir. Yeah, it's really obvious, one, how despicable Katie Britt is, how much she's playing the keep sweet role, and how much she's just licking Donald Trump's boots. But also, it's really obvious in this clip how slurred and impaired Donald Trump is. I know I have mentioned this before, but the saliva is pooling in his mouth, and this is all happening because of dementia. This is a progression of his cognitive and physical decline. I mean, so is the fact that he was napping during this press conference.
Has brought a lot of the prices of medications down. For me personally, Gonal F has been one of the main medicines that people use for egg retrievals, and that I cannot find it anywhere on any other website or for cheaper. So thank you so much to you guys for doing all the work. We really appreciate your farm.
Right, so what they're talking about here is IVF and fertility drugs through Trump RX. They're talking about the fertility crisis in the US. And because fascists inevitably drive fertility rates down because they create conditions that make it untenable to become a parent, to bring new human beings into the world, they always have to have propaganda about increasing fertility rates. They always have to try and incentivize people or force women to reproduce. Now, one of Donald Trump's big campaign promises was that he was going to make IVF accessible and affordable to women, and that's been so far a complete disaster. But like, healthcare in general is not affordable to any American. Healthcare is a for-profit machine in this country, and part of the reason that IVF has not been covered is because it's not been profitable for the corporations. Healthcare is a complete disaster, and instead of working to actually reform it, I mean, why would they do that when so many members of Congress have made their wealth from for-profit healthcare? I mean, why would they do that when the oligarchs running this country have made 49 billionaires have made their wealth by exploiting all of us, by killing us with the power of the pencil, by denying claims through the for-profit healthcare industry? So this promise of Donald Trump's of like, I'm gonna make fertility drugs accessible and cheap. I'm going to make IVF accessible and cheap. Like, it's not fixing the root cause, unlike anything a fascist does. It was just a bunch of bullshit to try and pander to a specific group of folks, a specific group of women who are desperate to have children and will therefore sell out democracy, vote for Donald Trump and sell out democracy because they thought, yeah, this. But then in general, fascists drive the fertility rates down. Now, let's be clear, Donald Trump, like all fascists, has no desire to govern legitimately. He doesn't care about any of us or making the country functional. In fact, he's trying to wreck the country. I would argue that he is trying to punish all of us for 2020. He's trying to punish all of us for being convicted of 34 felonies. He is trying to wreck the country while he pillages the coffers of the American people, while he sucks up as much public money and destroys as much public land and kills as many people as possible. So it totally makes sense that while they're paying all this lip service to moms, they've now made moms.gov to try and incentivize women to procreate, right? They don't actually want to create any of the conditions that are conducive to having families, that make it easier to bring children into the world and to care for them and raise them. They don't actually want to protect the health of women. They want to make it far more dangerous for women to reproduce, but then at the same time, trying to force women to reproduce, right? Making it impossible for us to get access to reproductive health care at all. Obviously, overturning Roe v. Wade. Obviously, now the courts are trying to take away mifepristone. We're seeing women who can't get access to supportive care when they have ectopic pregnancies. We're seeing men in government who think that women can just hold their periods in, or if a woman swallows a camera, it will go into her uterus and she can see the fetus. Like, these are the men who are passing laws about our bodies, about our reproduction. The same kind of men who don't see children as full human beings, who are taking away education funding, healthcare, food aid. They are taking little children and stuffing them into concentration camps. These are the same men telling us that we should have more babies. Part of that is to control women, right? Part of that is because they don't want women to be full citizens, to be fully human. They want women to be controlled in every aspect by men, right? Project 2025 doesn't want women to have the right to vote. They don't want women to have control of banking over our own finances. They don't want us to have control over our reproduction. But the conditions that they create, the conditions that fascists create, with cost of living through the roof, lack of access to healthcare for women and children, a sense of hopelessness about the future, accelerating environmental devastation and climate change, like these are conditions under which people, also, let's not forget, dragging us into war after war after war. Why would we want to reproduce, right? So they have to start to try and incentivize it, to force it. But they don't do any of the legitimate parts of governance, any of the kind of political reforms that would make families naturally want to have kids, that would make women naturally want to become parents. They don't give us universal health care. They don't cut taxes for us. They don't fund things like social safety nets. They don't make the economy thrive. They don't make our country safer. They don't give us any kind of hope. We don't have any kind of progressive forward trajectory for this country. MAGA is a regressive reactionary movement that is dragging us backward, that is making us a nation in decline, that is making us less than. Why would anybody want to bring children into a world like that? So they have to desperately cling to these things like IVF. According to a 2024 Women's Health Policy report, 2% of women of reproductive age use IVF or IUI. 2%. So all of this propaganda benefits a tiny segment of women like Katie Britt, who is herself going through fertility treatments while licking Donald Trump's boots the whole fucking time. Rather than creating societal reforms that benefit all of us, they focus on using our tax dollars to coerce us into having children and then to benefit a tiny privileged group of people. Okay, two more things here. One, you understand that the reason that they are desperate to get the fertility rate up is not because they care about children and families and women or anything about your life at all. And if you listen to RFK Jr. or Dr. Oz talk about this, fuck Dr. Oz, by the way, if you listen to either of these fucks talk about this, they will very clearly tell you it's because they need more soldiers for the military. And they need more workers. They need more workers for the factories, working for the billionaires. Because what are we to them? Cogs in their machine, not fully human. They want the birth rate up because they understand what happens when we are below replacement. It's very, very bad for a society as a whole to not be at replacement, especially when they are making it impossible for people to immigrate to this country. Other nations that are below replacement in their birth rate, they rely on immigration. They rely on imported labor to keep their countries going, countries like Korea and Japan. So if you have an isolationist, nationalist nation that is taking immigrants and putting them in concentration camps, spending hundreds of billions of dollars a year on their war on immigrants, and then women aren't having babies in your country, that's a bad scene for the capitalists. That's a bad scene for the military. That's why they're trying to drive all of this up. And also, this today was about plugging Trump RX and their new moms.gov.
I talked about by the fake news. It's sad because it's the biggest thing to happen, I think. But we're getting drug prices, prescription drug prices down by 400-500%. Or depending on the way you want to phrase the question, you could say 400-600% Oz. And you could also say 80%, 70%, etc. It all depends on the way you phrase the question. I like the 500 better.
What dementia brain shit is that? I mean, we've seen Donald Trump struggle with really basic math concepts and just like ramble aimlessly about numbers. I think that this is also another really prominent sign that his cognitive faculties are just... It doesn't matter how much the sycophants behind Donnie Dwindles perform their loyalty displays. We know that life is more expensive and more miserable and less prosperous in the U.S.
In recognition of this ambitious agenda to support American mothers, today we're announcing a new website that is online right now. It's moms.gov. Moms.gov. You couldn't have put that in the Trump deal. You had to give me a new one. Competition. This guy. He wants to make me work so hard. So explain moms.gov, would you please, Dr. Oz?
Well, we're going to have a whole discussion about it, sir, a little bit later. If we could, we want Katie to speak a bit about the first issue you mentioned. But moms.gov is a beautiful site. Folks ought to check it right now while we're talking.
Yeah, you really should, and it's pretty incredible. Something that Senator Rubio and I tried to do, sir, but you're the one who actually did it. Along with
Well, I like TrumpRx.gov.
He likes that.
No,